and thing you will be focused on. Alright, so we have Death and Rebirth. Nice. With this card, Pisces, either you think something is just naturally being shed and we're starting something new, like, you know, just mundane stuff like this is your last week at a particular job and you're starting a new job next week, or this is the last week in a class you're taking. Like, it could be like that, you know, insignificant and mundane for some of us, all right, where it's just some change taking place this week where some part of our life experience is ending and there's something new coming into its place, all right? The cards I pull will give us more information about that, but overall, that's what's taking place for Pisces. Also with this, Pisces, it is telling you that those of you who are asking for like a new beginning, a restart, a rebirth, you know, a completely new way of life, like whatever it is you're asking for, you need to make sure that you're not clinging on to like things, certain beliefs that are holding you back, or things from the past. Like, I want happiness and I want this and this and this, but it has to be with this particular person. And if this particular person doesn't come back to me, then I don't want any of this. If that's like your stance, then nothing's happening, okay? This is pointless card. This is saying to you, those of you who really are desiring a big change in your life, evaluate what your true core belief systems are, what's holding you back, Pisces. I personally am dealing with that myself. Like, I've been trying to really make some certain changes in my life, and I know that if, you know, I'm being held back, it's nobody but me, my own energy. As much as it can frustrate me, as much as it can confuse me, I don't blame the universe. I don't blame other people. When I'm having like a day where people are just being really crappy to me and like nothing's going right, I don't blame the universe or anybody else. I blame me, because I know one of two things. Either I got a lot of negative energy floating around inside of me that I'm not dealing with, and that could come from thinking negative thoughts about certain things in my past, and I am prone to do that. So that's like my biggest hang up, is just letting things go and never picking them back up again. Like, oh, just to think about it. Like, sometimes I don't know why I've got to just like rehash it out in my head a billion times, and that only blocks me, that only hinders me. So if I'm starting to notice the world reflecting back to me kind of something really ugly, I don't feel bad. I don't feel pity on myself. I'm like, damn, I need to get it together. Like, what's off inside of me? And that's, this card really, really speaks that message. What is off inside of you, Pisces? And again, for others of you, it's about where there is an ending and a new beginning this week to something. So let's pull some tarot to see. Well, alright, we will go with it just because of the way that happened. So we have the Nine of Swords, we have the Two of Swords, we have the Fool. So both of those cards came out in Aquarius, and now we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, the Chariot, and the King of Cups. And do you want to know what, Pisces? After I do that, look at that. Do you see that? 1111 on 7-1. That is for you all day long, Pisces. Yep. That's the universe saying it is time. And look at here. We have the Two Swords. That's a 1 and a 1. But if you do this, 9, 10, 11. So you have 11 swords here up top, Pisces, with this Fool. So what I see going on here is finally, it's like there's a break in the clouds, a break in the storm. And with this card, it is so much about your own thoughts, a prison that you've created of your own mind, you know, just based on life experience. That's how we create our beliefs, right? Is because of what's happening and what's playing out. But it's like, Pisces, you're really seeing your own hand in things, or this is talking about that new birth coming in, and we're open to it. So this Aquarius full moon at the end of the month, I feel is highly significant for Pisces. That's in the middle of eclipse season, and I feel like this week is the start of that energy, that cycle for you. And by the end of either after the Aquarius full moon or the Leo new moon in August, which is the end of eclipse season, like, you are better off than where you were before. You have a brand new start ahead. So some of you, this week there is this change, okay, where we're ending something, we're starting something new. Could very much be a job, because I have the Eight of Pentacles here. Others of you, this is where the universe is really calling you out on your thinking. Very strong here, and saying, Pisces, you've got to do the work. Like, it's not just what's going on in that intellectual mind, and it's not, okay, for 3 days I'm going to do affirmations, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. No, you've got to go at least a minimum of 30 for something to actually stick and become a new habit for you. All right, so some of you, it's like it's time to put the work into that. Others of you, this is the universe acknowledging that you have been putting the work into that big time, okay? And now the energy is shifting, and there's no more danger, and the Three of Swords is on this side, which means we're moving past the sadness, Pisces, past the heartache, past the restraint, past the blockage, past the obstacles. Like, we're letting it go. And now we have success, and on this side of the Chariot, we are free. Okay, we are free. We are the Fool. We are a brand new experience. And then here's your own energy, this King of Cups. And he, in this position, he's introspecting. It's all about his inner self, okay? So, Pisces. Oh, sorry. I got a little scratchy in my throat. This is so far with the weekly readings, I'm just seeing like such spiritual things, like such shifting energies where things are finally coming to completions, and there's these beautiful new beginnings starting to build. And look at, so this Nine of Swords is card 9, and September is when like all the planets are starting to like go back direct, and we're through with the eclipse season. So I feel like Virgo season is where it's at. Like, I'm looking very forward to Virgo season. And Pisces, I feel like that's when things are really taking off for you. Like, that's when this new beginning is happening for most of you. For some of you, it's starting this week, or it's happening this week. Others of you, we're just now moving into that energy, and this is the universe saying, if you put in the energy and effort and work on yourself, Pisces, it's all about that subconscious mind. And moon right here, it's swords, subconscious mind. If you work on healing that, like the traumas there, the programs there that don't serve you, you will break free. You will have success. You will have a brand new beginning that you can't even imagine in this moment right now, okay? So let's pull a card as your overall outcome for the week. Just looks like a... And what, didn't I see that last week? Like, it was like the adventure begins or something, right? Yeah, we're still rolling right through with this energy. It's like the same energy as last week, Pisces. So, wow. Okay, overall outcome for the week. Oh, nice. Pisces, you're happy by week's end, or all through the week. Like, you are just feeling really beautiful inside. You're feeling the beauty of life. You're not in this yucky, heavy swords energy. You're like excited. You're happy. You're peaceful. You're walking in beauty. Your eyes are beholding such sights that take your breath away. All right, this is a wonderful card as the overall outcome for the week. And it's like, even if there's something you're letting go of that's really painful for you, you somehow see the beauty in it and what's ahead for you. And it's like it makes it all okay. Wow. So let's see what your advice is for the week, Pisces, to help you with this energy. I just feel like, oh my God, I was about to say, I feel like Pisces is opening like a flower, and look at, there's a rose right there, right? Yes, Pisces, you are beginning this process of opening up and blooming, and I say by Virgo season is just when it's popping for Pisces, and it comes from your work, your energy, your effort. So if you're somebody that just comes to the tarot to, you know, see what's said or hope that what you're hoping for is reiterated somewhere in the tarot, this may very well not apply to you. To me, this is Pisces who are really working hard on themselves, internally, on their future, on their career, on their education, on their self-esteem, in their workplace. It's like wherever you're efforting and giving 100% of yourself, that's where you're going to have this beautiful success. Some of you, this is all the way around. So, Pisces, let's see. Yes. My speech at the beginning was not in vain, my Pisces friends. This right here, as your advice, is telling you 100%. And look it, do you see how the coloring of this card matches this card perfectly? And I love that the egg is golden yellow, because what I'm seeing here is first, second, and third chakra. All right, your lower chakras maybe need some balance, but with perception, Pisces, this is that work that I'm talking about, where the universe is saying, like, if you are only focused on what is wrong, who hurt you, you know, this didn't work out, that didn't work out, because, you know, we do have a lot of water here and swords, so there's a lot of emotion and a lot of, you know, being stuck in our head. And the universe is saying, listen, if you feel blocked, if you feel stuck, you've got to figure out what that blockage is, because it's nobody else but you, okay? It's you. We create the experiences that come into our life based on our vibration and our frequency. And that is created by, you know, those thoughts that are in our subconscious mind and the emotions that we're constantly playing out inside of ourselves on the daily. And if you've really been struggling, you've just been feeling super stuck, Pisces, really, please consider meditations at night, affirmations while you sleep. I will tell you, I am somebody who meditates daily. I do affirmations every night when I sleep. I am always striving to keep a high vibration so I can bring you guys very, you know, positive messages. Like, even if I have something bad to say, like this doesn't look good, yada yada, I want to be in such a high vibration where my perception can see it 5 different ways. So I'm not like, oh, Pisces, because I could read this in such a way of, you know what, Pisces, you've really got to get it together. Like, your thoughts are just a mess. Your emotions are just a mess. And you're never going to make it. You're never going to get anywhere if you can't, you know, just put your big girl panties on, big boy boxers on, and suck it up. Like, I could read it like that. But who wants to hear that? Like, nobody. Even if you need to hear it like that, nobody can respond and relate to that. So in order for me to not be like that, because I've read a lot of comments from people about negative readers on YouTube and this, that, and the other. Like, I don't want to be that. I get it. I can totally understand, you know, how readers can perceive that way, because I could perceive it that way, but I don't want to, Pisces. Doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the same message, but I want to give it to you in such a high elevated energy that it actually penetrates you, that you actually feel like you have something to work with. It's not like I'm just beating you over your head, telling you you suck and you need to get it together, all right? So I am a person that is always striving, but even at that, I have got to constantly check myself and, you know, reassess my own perceptions about my life, about myself, about the people in my life. You know, I'm a Pisces, just like you. I have a tendency to really illusion myself or allow others to illusion me, because sometimes the truth hurts so much that we don't want that. We would rather have the sweetness of a lie. And since everything is like retrograde right now, that's just not a possibility. We do see the truth, and you guys, with this reading, I think it's becoming very clear this week. And the more you focus on what's beautiful about you, what's beautiful about your life, and count your blessings, the more you can shed this heavier energy from the experiences that, you know, you've been having. Because I feel like with this, like the universe is done like shaping and yielding and molding you, okay? Like you're ready to birth into this new version of yourself and experience that version of yourself for a little while. A very beautiful version of yourself where it's not all this challenge and contrast, and because this is where you're headed is so much better than where you've been. So Pisces, incredible week again this week. We are still on this amazing journey, definitely making some progress.